9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh.
Just ride all the way to the rainbow's end. Just ride.
Good morning, Haley.
Good morning.
Did you sleep good? A little too good?
I'm a little sad though.
Why?
My friend's leaving at 12.
I'm sorry. So we didn't get to do Old Faithful or Grand Prismatic yesterday because the crowds are so bad. They say that, you know, especially with everybody that's traveling right now, if you want to see those things, you got to get in the park early, like before 8 o'clock. So that's what we decided to do today. It's 9:15. This campground is quiet. Like everybody's gone. Everybody's in the park right now, except us. So, we might be fighting crowds again, but we don't have a choice. It's our last day here, and you don't leave Yellowstone without seeing Old Faithful. The thing that makes Yellowstone so unique is its geothermal activity. I mean, Yellowstone sits on top of the world's 4th largest supervolcano, which explains why it's home to over half the world's geysers. With all the crazy stuff that happened in 2020, you'd think that'd be the last place people would want to visit. Could be worse. Had to park about a mile away, walk a little bit. A scenic walk, though, I'll give you that. It's no wonder so many people come here. All the chaos deep beneath the earth has created some impressive artwork on its surface. Its most famous masterpiece? The Grand Prismatic Spring. Its rainbow-colored rings are created by several types of microbes that each survive at different temperatures as the water cools toward the edges. But the center is too hot even for bacteria to survive, making the sterile water one of the bluest blues you'll ever see. The Grand Prismatic has a few friends too, like the Excelsior crater.
Holy crap, it's hot.
Yeah, you can feel the heat off of it. For some people, these blue waters can be a little too inviting.
Oh boy.
Jump in it. Yeah, you definitely want to stay on the boardwalks when you visit a place like this. But there's a few exceptions. If you look close, you can see hoof prints pressed into the soft ground around the spring. Hoof prints? Yeah, I think they are. These aren't some ancient tracks dating back thousands of years like we thought. These are fresh. The local bison population regularly travels through this area without a care in the world. Dozens of bison tracks can be seen zigzagging across the landscape. But that's okay, because the bison are smart enough not to jump in the water. On the right day, you could probably see the bison making those tracks. Unfortunately, we didn't. But thanks to the crazy wind gusts, we did see a lot of hats. The good thing about me having a gigantic melon, my hat's so tight, it'd take a Category 5 hurricane to blow this thing off. You got one of those things. lunchtime. Yesterday, we were starving, didn't bring food. Ended up at some little shop that sold like souvenirs and had a snack bar, and I didn't really want like a snacky type lunch. So they had a restaurant in the back that had burgers and hot dogs and all the typical stuff. So I bought a $12 cheeseburger. Well, I take that back. I bought a $3.99 cheeseburger and paid 12 bucks for it. But today, we did it right. After spending a god-awful amount of money yesterday, we learned our lesson. So today we brought lunch.
Just forgot the plates and the utensils.
That's okay. We don't need them. I mean, this park's full of little picnic areas all on the side of the road. You pick what you want to look at. Do you want to look at a geyser? Do you want to look at a river? Do you want to look at a lake? You want to look at the mountains? There's going to be a picnic area there somewhere. So if you're coming into Yellowstone, pack a lunch. Plenty of places to eat it.
Beautiful places.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I wonder if I could bring the griddle.
I don't think so.
Why not? I bet I could. I could bring the griddle if I have one of the little cans to go with it. The little propane cylinders. Bring the griddle out here and cook something. I need to look that up. That'd be awesome. Next time.
Perfect spot to place it right there.
Is that your second sandwich, Haley?
Yes.
Will you eat this? I don't like the shape of it.
It's just a carrot.
Shame on you.
It's just a
No, I won't eat that. With dirty minds and full bellies, it was finally time to see what we really came here for. Something I've been looking forward to since I was a kid. Old Faithful. In the 1800s, Old Faithful erupted nearly every hour on the hour. Its reliability made it less of an attraction and more of an appliance because the locals actually did their laundry in it. Today, it's slowed down a little, erupting every 91 minutes on average, and thousands of people flock to see it, so they have to keep their distance. They also have to find a way to kill time.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Can you guess what song's playing?
That's what's in your head?
Have you heard the song?
Yeah.
battery's going to be dead by the time it actually goes off. No, I'm hungry.
Hungry.
I think we went to the wrong one because you have this one and you have that one that's been going for a while.
No kidding. Oh. Oh. Come on. You got this. Really, guy. Really, guy. A little underwhelming. I thought it was going to be like, or just a little. I expected a little bit more. Didn't you?
Not really.
I thought it was going to be a lot bigger than that. They call it Old Faithful. I mean, it's known for being predictable. It's not really known for being impressive. You know?
I liked it. I mean,
It was cool. It was just a little smaller than than I thought, but
Underwhelming for you.
yeah. But I mean, it was right on time, so living up to its name. Unfortunately, recent events prove that not everything at Yellowstone is so predictable.
Tonight, more heartbreaking scenes near Yellowstone National Park are coming to light after devastating flooding shut down the entire park.
A statewide disaster has now been declared in Montana. The Yellowstone River is swollen to historic levels, the highest seen in more than 100 years, leading to catastrophic...
Every now and then, a once-in-a-lifetime event happens that disrupts everything we consider normal. But the worst thing we can do is fear normal and forget how powerful and beautiful normal can be.
To the river we go. Leave our worries on the shore and drift away. On the river we know. Sometimes the perfect words are never said.
I'm gonna be happy.
I spilled my coffee.
Nick was literally just getting ready.
Don't feel like talking.
Big booger.
Worries just keep growing by the day.
You know what happened with that, right?
What?
That bison upstream that sneezed.
I think I'm gonna start right
I can watch the ricochet.
here.
To the river we go. Leave our worries on the shore and drift away. On the river.
You see, the same forces that are strong enough to wash away everything we've built can also wash away our fears if we let it. We just have to be brave enough to face the current.
You could change your mind when you're intertwined with the water and the waves.
What is it? Is that why you came back in a hurry?
Yes.
As I grow older, well, that boat I'll never sail. It works better than the pills the doctor gave.
You know, a good parent probably would have got in there with his daughter. Maybe like carried her out there on his shoulders. It's not me. I was like, no, you go ahead. Just jump in the river by yourself. I'll sit here and hold the camera. I'm terrible. Do I look like a professional?
Yes, you do.
You're just saying that because you love me. Alright, throw this in a bowl and see if it's decent.
Bowl behind you.
I'm not going to be writing a cookbook anytime soon. But I know how to scrounge and find enough stuff to whip up a decent dinner. And this Blackstone, best $49 Trish ever spent. That's right, $49. I don't know how she did it. I think it was a glitch in Walmart's system.
Do your clearance.
Excellent.
Or end of season clearance.
All right. I guess you call this shrimp fried steak.
Steak fried rice.
Chicken fried. Yeah.
It's steak and it's fried rice.
I guess you call this steak fried rice. Had some rice, a ribeye, had some frozen vegetables, threw an egg in there and a bunch of teriyaki sauce and garlic. Smells amazing. The way that I know I've done a good job is when my wife bites into it and I get to see the look on her face. There you go, honey.
That's a lot. Take a little bit of that.
Okay. Throw that yum yum sauce on there. I have no idea where the kids are. Haley is a social butterfly. She made like 7 new friends. What?
That was amazing.
Is it really?
That ribeye is so tender. Oh my gosh. That's perfect.
She's not faking that either. Trust me, I know what it looks like when she's faking that reaction.
Harry.
Anyway, I have no idea where the kids are. Haley's a social butterfly. She made like 7 new friends. They're all on bicycles, riding around here somewhere. And I'm not in a hurry to get them back here either. They might eat this, they might not, I don't know, but sometimes you just need a few minutes with your spouse. So, let's talk about Yellowstone. Was it everything you'd hoped and dreamed of?
It's a little different. You don't get the full experience. All the museums.
Oh, it is good.
Isn't it good?
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Wow.
We didn't get the full experience because the museums and visitor centers and stuff were closed.
We still got to do all the main stuff. You go to Yellowstone, you expect Old Faithful. You expect, oh, it's really windy right
I
now.
got the importance.
You go to Yellowstone, you know, you expect to see Old Faithful, the Grand Prismatic, the big blue hole. I can't think of the Grand Prismatic something. You expect to see that, expect to see some wildlife. I guess that's what I was looking for. I figured we'd see those two things and see some bison. I didn't even know there was a Grand Canyon in Yellowstone until we got here. And that was probably the most impressive thing to me.
Yeah, the falls, oh my goodness, beautiful.
It was insane. Grand Prismatic Springs? Let's go with Springs. That was pretty impressive. There was that second level you can go up on. By the time we got there, we were lucky to see what we saw, and we had to park about a mile away. But just seeing it up close was mind-blowing. Old Faithful, honestly a little disappointed. I expected a little bit more. I expected the ground to just start shaking, and then this massive geyser just blows up in the air. And it was just like, but you know, like I said earlier, they call it Old Faithful because it's consistent, not because it's really impressive. I think the geyser behind it was more impressive. Yeah, whatever that one was called. And I'm a little bit bummed that we didn't get to see wildlife.
Saw one bison and an elk.
There's definitely a lot more we could have done here. Mammoth Springs, we were going to go up there, ended up passing on that one. We barely scratched the surface on Yellowstone. I would love to come here and actually be able to camp in the park. You know, with the huge amount of people that are out RVing right now, that's just about impossible unless you get up super early. So for us, that's just about impossible. You know, I think that would be just a whole different experience. But I'm happy with where we are staying. You know, Grizzly RV Park right outside the west gate, literally a mile from the gate. Where are we heading next? She got a mouthful. So when we leave here, we're heading to Twin Falls, Idaho. Next week, school starts for me. You know, if
And the kids.
I'm going back to college online. That's what I'm doing now. The kids are starting their school next week too, so next week's going to be a very busy week. So we picked a little site in Twin Springs that we can kind of settle down for, you know, about a week and a half. Twin Falls, what did I say, Twin Springs? Yep. It's all running together. We're going to settle down for about a week and a half. And where we're going after that?
Moab.
Arches, yep. So that'll be our next national park. We're going to Arches. Glacier and Yellowstone have been great, but you know, we have mountains back home too, so it's not, yes, the Rockies are awesome, but it's not a huge departure from what we're used to. I think Arches is going to be just a whole nother level. I think it's going to feel like another planet. So,
It's gonna be hot.
yeah.
I mean, I'm in a sweater and freezing to death right now. So, I welcome that heat.
My food's getting cold, so let's eat this, and then guess what, guys?
What?
We've got a sticker to put on our map.
You can tell me what state it is.
Which state are we putting on there?
Where are we right now? What state is under Montana?
Wyoming?
Yes.
Wyoming, that's right. All right, eat your food, let's slap that sticker on there. Let's wrap this up. I have no idea where my kids are. They ate and ran off. I hate to steal their thunder, but we've been in Montana for about 3 weeks now. Personally, I'm pretty excited about finally slapping another sticker on this thing. Old Faithful. I know I've gotten a little behind on these videos. I was so worried about telling our story the way it happened that I didn't tell it at all. Old Faithful might not always be impressive, but it always erupts when it's supposed to. If it didn't, people would start to worry. I gotta tell you, now that we're back, it feels really good to let off a little steam.
I hope you find this place before you end your days. And if you see me out there, wave hello.